Alright, let's check out spell tokens. So this is probably going to be one of the quickest videos I've ever done because there's really not too much to talk about. I almost thought, there might be more to this, but I came over to CoinMarketCap and it does seem like this is all the data that we've got on this. So if we come over to the trading view chart, it does seem like, we've broken below everything. When I first did boot this chart up, I took a few fibs. There's nothing to see here, all the targets down here are at 0, the same with these targets here. The 1.618 would be at 0, so we can't do anything about that. Also, there's no point in drawing from the high to the low here because the 236 is all the way up here past 1 cent, so that is really not something we can talk about anytime soon. The only thing that I found that is even chartable in this coin is this micro fib from the low to the high up here. So there is really nothing else I can cover. There's no linear trend line that goes through this to explain what's happening. There's no more lines in the sand. There's no more fibs that you can even draw on this. The only thing you can do is draw these micro fibs and hope that we do bottom down here. So in my opinion, right now, obviously macro structure is extremely bearish. It's a little bit more obvious on the chart over here on CoinMarketCap. But as you can see, we've lost all momentum. We're pretty much coming down to the listing price. So what I think is going to happen now, I do think we're going to be heading down. I do think we're going to come down to the 1.618 target that we've got down here. If I don't personally hold spells, so I am able to give you my analysis from an unbiased perspective. I don't gain anything from telling you it's bullish or bearish. I'm not trying to scare you out your bags or anything, but this is all I see really. Once we drop below this line here at 3.5, we do have an area of support that I imagine if you hold. Imagine if you hold spell, you want this to hold, and I imagine everyone who's watching this video holds spell, so. At least in the mid, micro and macro term, it is bearish. That can change at any point if the crypto markets do turn around. Obviously Bitcoin is coming down a little bit right now, so we will have to see how this affects spell. But even when it did pump, we still remained in the downtrend. So what I think is happening now, I think we're coming down to the first 1.618 target. That is the wrong measurement tool. If we take a price chart, you can see. So first of all, this is the conservative target. Conservative target is a 33% drop to the 248 level, and the more bearish target is a 50% drop down to 1885. And in my opinion, I think I would be keeping an eye on the 1885 as a more significant level where I think it's more likely that we're going to come down to. But like I said, if you are a fan of spell and you are hoping for a bounce, which in my opinion, I think you should always look at the technicals instead of hoping. You at least if I hold this, I would be really hoping that it did hold the 2.4. I think it's more likely that at least in the short term we would hold this level down here, which like I said is a 50% drop. So if we did have a strong bounce, we'd have to talk about coming back up to these previous micro highs at half a cent. If we don't come up to these micro highs and start breaking above like half a cent, then really nothing's changed and we are still in a downtrend. The next level down, the 2.618 is literally, almost an 80% drop. So like I said, not too much to talk about. First line in the sand, which I do think we're coming down to, is a 33% drop. If we lose that, then we're going to be coming down 50%. And, I think if we lose this, then, it's probably going to get rugged very, very hard, close to 0. So that is all I see for spell. If you do hold spell, best of luck. And personally, if I did hold spell, I would be keeping an eye on 248 as a potential bounce and 189. If we don't hold those levels, it's going to get very, very ugly in the short term. So that's all I see for spell. Best of luck. Once again, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.